Hello. This is Laurie Gay, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what love is and what love isn't. This is inspired both by work I'm doing in my own life. People growing up, your parents, relatives, boyfriends, girlfriends growing up will tell you, I love you, and then treat you a certain way, and it can be actually a mixed message, and it confuses us. We create these unconscious patterns or adopt patterns unconsciously about around love and are really drawn to a certain type of person that might actually be an unhealthy person because it's similar to a pattern we learned growing up or something like that. So this is work I'm doing in my life, and also it's work that I've had two different girlfriends who've had perfectly fine boyfriends, like relationships that were um, working by a lot of standards, and ended them recently, and have felt so much better having done so. And it was really brave, strong work and very impressive, I thought. And it's because of this um, search for someone who really does love you and someone you really do love, and not an unhealthy version or just a little shred of love rather than a real partnership. So I was going to go through a couple things about what love is and what love isn't. I'm just going to cover 3 to 5 points, sort of myth busters, and then what love actually does look like. So the first myth about love is that love means being there for somebody no matter what. It's that being a constant in someone's life, and that is not love. That's codependency. Having a rule like that works really well for the person in the relationship that's perhaps a narcissist, because they can do whatever they want and you have to be there or else you don't love them. So that is not love. Love actually looks like being responsible for meeting your own needs. So it doesn't mean you meet your needs without other people in your life. It doesn't mean this person doesn't meet any needs for you. It means you're responsible for having them met. So rather than being there for somebody no matter what, you're responsible for your needs and create boundaries for yourself. Love does not look like taking care of somebody else. That's just caretaking. It can be great if that's your job, if you're a professional caretaker, or if you've decided to become a parent, you're the caregiver, you're going to be caretaking of your baby and your child a lot for a long time, I hear, and then it changes as the child grows and you teach them to take care of themselves. But taking care of someone else, i.e. being responsible for their needs or their emotional state, it's another form of codependency. And being the caretaker or the healer or the therapist or the life coach of your significant other will kill the romance. It is the surest way to ruin the relationship. And I had a wise friend tell me when I was in Charleston about how her marriage was ruined because she was basically mothering her husband. She was the mother to her husband that he had never had, and that was ultimately healing for him, but it ruined their marriage, and now they're divorced. So taking care of someone else is not love, but giving someone else the space to take care of themselves is. So even if you have that dynamic with somebody in your life, maybe a parent, maybe significant other, if you do your work to stop participating in that, they may not like it at first, but it is love. It is love to tell the truth in that way, to give them the space to take care of themselves, because they can. Everybody can. We all have the same choices in life. So, even if someone is in a very, very bad place, they really can't take care of themselves, they can still get the help they need professionally. That is probably not you. Love is not comforting someone in a painful situation. So this has been a big theme for me lately too, comfort versus nurture. So comfort is ultimately something where you are providing, making it easier for someone to stay in a situation. Like we can use alcohol as comfort. If you're not in a good place in your life, or if you're in a bad relationship, or if you're not being honest with yourself, if you're constantly lying about what you really want and what's really going on for you, then you're going to probably use substances to comfort how you feel, but that just keeps you more stuck. So rather than providing words of comfort, like, oh, it'll be fine, or it'll work itself out, or, the relationships go through periods like this. What's nurturing is the truth, and that's what love looks like. And it's really hard to do oftentimes. I mean, all of this is brave work, but it would look like being honest with a friend if they're saying, I just found out that my, husband of however many years had an affair and he never told me and it was years ago, instead of comfort, which is, well, if it was a really long time ago, I'm sure it's fine. Sweep it under the rug, try to make the person feel better in that moment. Nurturing might be telling the truth, which is saying, honestly, if that's the one you know about, then there could be some other stuff you don't know about. It sounds like your husband's really good at hiding things. You might want to go see a counselor and see a counselor together. Or whatever feels like truth to you in that situation is more loving. Let's see. Let's just do one more, and then I think that'll be enough information for today. I have literally like 25 different things that love is not that I have misinterpreted love for. And love, let's do this one. Well, let's say just the one thing love always is. Love is the truth. Telling the truth is always loving, even when it's hard. So rather than having this idea that love is easy, love protects the other person, which is also another form of caretaking, another form of codependency, love tells the truth. There was a Bible verse, 1 Corinthians 13. It was in my sorority when I was at college. That was like I guess, does everybody have a Bible verse? It seems a little antiquated for every sorority to have a guiding Bible verse. Mine did. But it was 1 Corinthians 13, and I was like the chaplain one year, so I had to read it every single chapter meeting. And, it's love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy. Love rejoices in the truth. And it's regardless of your like religious affiliation or lack thereof or whatever, or beliefs about God, it's a very, very wise directive as to what love looks like. But love rejoices in the truth. So think about the people in your life that tell the truth and that don't go through filters, and it doesn't feel like they're holding something back, and maybe more concerned with perception or guarding. Think about people that tell you the truth, if you feel like are being genuine and authentic, and that is very good litmus test to see who maybe is possibly a friend or what's a relationship that's worth investing in. So that was just some thoughts on love and what love looks like. And just because someone says they love you doesn't mean they love you. You have to look at actions. It's really tricky, but it's very, very important as you unwind what you've unconsciously interpreted as love, when really it's not caretaking, it's not social status, it's not being available, right? It's telling the truth. It's and in a partnership, it's two complete people that are both equally, you're separately responsible for your needs, and you're witnessing each other's lives. So like, even if once I'm pregnant and once I have my baby, I'm going to take time not working. So during that time, I'm going to be totally financially dependent on my husband. But that doesn't make me financially dependent, right? So even looking for somebody who fills in the gaps, like in terms of finances or in terms of he's the brave one in the relationship, stuff like that can be tricky too. So finding a compliment can be another code for you're completing me in a way that I need to complete myself. So it's a work in progress. What am I going to say? But I really felt inspired to share this with you today. So that's all. Hopefully this has been helpful, and I hope all is great with you, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.